Call or click and see how easy it is to schedule your windshield replacement today.
This is Community Focus on the WHKY News. I'm Rob Eastwood. WHKY's Arianna Mack sat down with Matthew Troy, the maestro for the Western Piedmont Symphony, earlier today.
Joining WHKY Western Piedmont Symphony's maestro Matthew Troy to tell us about some events they have coming up for the symphony. What is up next for us, Matt?
All right, so this Thursday at the Carolina Theater in downtown Hickory at 7 p.m. we are doing a showing of the 1935 classic film The Bride of Frankenstein, and we're doing that in partnership with the Foot Candle Film Society. We're so excited to be presenting that film because on our opening Masterworks we're actually featuring some of that great music from that film, and so we're going to be having a talk back after the movie, talking about the movie and also watching the movie. Tickets are $5 and they're available at the door, so if you've never seen it, it's a really great opportunity to come check it out.
What does this partnership mean to you?
Yes, I've always been just a huge fan of film music, and so I've always tried to include that in what we do. I think it's a great way for a symphony orchestra in today's world to connect with our audiences. A lot of people might feel like the symphony is not for them, but film music can really, I think, help bridge the gap there. And so this is one of the most important and iconic film scores ever written. And so historically it's important, but partnering with Foot Candle is just a great synergy between their mission and what our mission is. And film is just that wonderful medium that I think that has so many components that you can talk about.
Great. And what's coming up after that for the symphony?
So October 18th is actually the opening of our Masterworks concert series. This is our 61st season here in the region, providing great symphonic music. And so we will actually open with the creation of the female monster from The Bride of Frankenstein. And so that opens our program. It's beautiful, it's dramatic, it kind of might get you in the spirit of the spooky season that we're entering into right now as well. And we have a wonderful work by Aaron Copland, The Suite from the Tenderland, which has just incredible picturesque American landscapes and American themes in Aaron Copland's work. And we also closed the program with Beethoven's Sixth Symphony, his Pastoral Symphony. So as you can see, all of the program is really tied back to nature, our relationship with nature, kind of the concept of creation and transformation. And so it's just a thrilling evening of music. It'll be a little bit electrifying. So I think everybody should check out the Masterworks. You can get tickets at wpsymphony.org, and that again is on October 18th.
Thank you so much for joining us, Maestro Matthew Troy from the Western Piedmont Symphony. You won't want to miss any of their upcoming events. I'm Arianna Mack reporting for WHKY News.
Thanks, Arianna, and it's always great when the maestro stops by the studios to have a chat with us. Up next, I had the chance to sit down with Lindsay Lewis from the Catawba County Library System as she updated us on what's coming up in October. It's time for our monthly look at the activities within the Catawba County Library System. As always, joining us is Lindsay Lewis. Lindsay, what are some of the plans for the library in October?
Thank you, Rob. Get ready for a month full of spooky fun at the library. Kids can take on a ghostly egg drop challenge at the main library in Newton on Wednesday, October 8th, and let their creativity run wild by building a tissue box monster at the St. Stephen's branch on Friday, October 10th. Don't miss this month's Tales in the Garden at the main library in Newton on Monday, October 20th, featuring Hmong gardening practices and a hayride. Test your skills with Halloween trivia at the Conover branch on Saturday, October 25th, and build a deliciously creepy graham cracker haunted house at the St. Stephen's branch on Monday, October 27th. Dress up for trunk or treat at the Claremont branch on Saturday, October 25th, or library trick or treat at the main library in Newton on Friday, October 31st. And mix up some magic at the Sherrills Ford Terrell branch on Wednesday, October 29th, where you can create a bubbling Halloween brew.
Well, are there Halloween activities in store for the teenagers in October?
Yes, we have lots of programs for teens this month. They can get into the spooky spirit by making Sanrio Halloween pom-poms at the main library in Newton on Friday, October 3rd. Pick up a new skill and learn the basics of cross-stitching a Halloween-themed design at the Sherrills Ford Terrell branch on Tuesday, October 7th. Decorate a mini pumpkin at the St. Stephen's branch on Saturday, October 18th, and create a ghost in the jar at the Sherrills Ford Terrell branch on Thursday, October 23rd. Lastly, wrap up the month by crafting fall-themed clay decor at the Maiden branch on Tuesday, October 28th. To register for any of our programs or to get more details on dates, times, and locations, please visit our website or call your local library branch. Until next time, enjoy the cooler weather and we will see you at the library.
Thanks again to Lindsay Lewis for joining us, and more from Lindsay and myself at the WHKY YouTube channel. David Cedrone is up next with details on Fire Prevention Week.
All right, thanks, Rob. Fire Prevention Week is coming up for the month of October. Fire Prevention Week, it all started back in 1922 by the National Fire Protection Association, or the NFPA. In 1925, U.S. President Calvin Coolidge proclaimed Fire Protection Week a national observance, making it the longest-running public health observance in the country. Fire departments across the country will celebrate the event by educating the public about fire safety. On Sunday, October 5th, Catawba County Fire Departments will hold a special display. It will be at Home Depot on US 70. It runs from 1 to 3 p.m. Participating fire departments include Catawba County, Conover, Cooksville, Hickory, Longview, Mountain View, Oxford, Sherrills Ford Terrell, and St. Stephen's Fire Departments. This year, Sherrills Ford Terrell Fire and Rescue will have their inflatable fire safety house for families to walk through to spot fire hazards. Another special feature hosted by Catawba County Department will be a child-sized obstacle course called the Junior Agility Challenge. To learn more about the job of firefighters, and backed by popular demand, Cooksville Fire will provide drone demonstrations and have their replica horse and buggy display for families to take photos during the event, as well as Pluggy, the talking fire hydrant, will make an appearance, and Safe Kids Catawba County will have a car seat safety display. The event's free. Firefighters will be available to answer questions and will pass out free literature and some treats for the kids. Again, this is happening on Sunday, this Sunday, at Home Depot on US 70. It runs from 1 to 3 p.m. I'm David Cedrone for WHKY News.
Thanks, David. And that wraps up Community Focus and the WHKY News today. Thank you so much for joining us. On behalf of Arianna Mack, David Cedrone, Jason Savage, Matthew Troy, and Lindsay Lewis, I'm Rob Eastwood. And from Hickory, this is the WHKY News.